Hi, Miss.
Hi, Ren. How are you?
How are you?
I'm fine. Everything okay?
Yes.
Great, great. Okay, we'll wait just a minute for the others to join. Did you check the
I sent which video? Will the lecture video?
lecture video?
Yes, and I've read the text, but the problem is that my reading book isn't with me.
It's okay. It's all in the video. I read it word by word.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've read everything with you and understand. It's about how smoking affects people, Bangladesh, and so on.
Okay, so what did they say about smoking in developing countries, like third world countries? What did they say about that? Is it increasing or decreasing?
It's not decreasing,
Exactly.
increasing.
Exactly. Why? Because those companies, tobacco companies, are targeting the poor countries. Where?
Yeah.
Hi, how are you? Fine.
Good, and you?
Great, great. Hi, Lean. Okay, so we were talking that tobacco consumption is increasing in developing countries while it is decreasing in developed countries. Okay? There's more awareness in developed countries. Okay, what else caught your attention? Can you see the shared screen? Can you all see it?
Yes.
Okay, so let's take a look at this slide together. What did you think about this? Smoking cigarettes or an nargila does not lead to dangerous ailments. What are ailments? I explained this in the video. What does the word ailments mean? Okay. Hi, Tala. Ailments are diseases, okay? Doesn't it lead to dangerous ailments? Can you hear me?
What repeat?
Smoking cigarettes or an nargila does not lead to dangerous ailments. Ailments are diseases. Doesn't it lead to dangerous ailments?
Yes, it does.
It does. Okay, can you name 2 dangerous diseases resulting from tobacco consumption?
Lungs cancer.
Lung cancer, exactly. How about other organs of the body? Are they affected other than the lung?
I think so. The kidneys.
Okay, but to a most extent, it's mostly the lungs and what that are affected by
The heart.
The heart, exactly, and the vascular system. The vessels in the leading to the heart and out of the heart get clogged because of tobacco. Okay? So any terms that confused you, I'm displaying slide by slide. If you have any issues, just ask me to stop. Does smoking only cause cancer? We're always like smoking causes cancer. Is it just cancer?
No. No.
No, it causes shocks.
Lacking of breathing.
Okay, shortness of breathing, that's good. And take a look at these percentages. I might ask you some of this on the quiz. Who smokes more according to statistics, according to this, men or women?
Men.
Men smoke more, and therefore they are more susceptible to diseases caused by smoking. Okay, give me like 3 diseases here that are caused by smoking or made worse because of smoking from this slide.
Tuberculosis.
Tuberculosis. You know what tuberculosis is as a disease?
You've explained it in the lecture video. It's no, you something in your respiratory
System. Mm-hmm.
like, and you cough a lot and so on.
Exactly. You cough blood. And if you have tuberculosis, God forbid, and you smoke, you will most likely die of it. It's a contagious disease.
Yeah.
Okay, so on and so forth. Anything related to this slide you want to ask about?
No.
No, okay. Moving on. Please if you haven't seen the video, make sure you see it. Even in the questions, notice how I answered them in very detailed form, okay? So check the way I answered. This is how I want you to answer on the tests when we go back to school. Of course, on the Socrative quizzes, we don't have such an answers. We cannot, unfortunately. Okay, so how about the charts? Are you having difficulty analyzing charts?
No.
Okay. Type of introduction. Let's take a look at this introduction. Can anyone read?
I can.
Okay, can you please read?
Paris, the percentage of men and women who use tobacco every day has dropped in most nations since 1990, but the total number of smokers and tobacco-related deaths has increased. What's this?
Consortium, yes. Consortium.
Okay. Consortium of researchers reported Thursday mortality could rise even further as major tobacco companies aggressively target new markets, especially in the developing world. They warned in a major study published in the medical journal, The Lancet.
The Lancet. Okay, first of all, what does mortality mean? Mortality could rise. Mortality means
Death.
What? Death, good. Okay, so as you notice in this introduction, the author already tells us that those tobacco companies are aggressively or violently targeting new markets where? In the developing countries, because in developed countries, there is more awareness and there is more government control, okay? So who can tell me what type of introduction this is before I display the answer?
Isn't it fact?
Yes, yes, it's a type of interesting fact. Here. Actually, I asked about the 3 functions, but it is an interesting fact. Why does the author use an interesting fact to start an article?
To capture the reader's attention.
Yes. Mm-hmm. One more. Arouse their curiosity and introduce them to the main idea of the text or give them background information. The main idea of the text, which is tobacco use in the world, and mainly how tobacco companies target children and the poor. Is this clear? Now a question to Joël. Are you still there? Okay, so anyone can volunteer. Why does the author rely on...
Yes, miss, I'm here.
Yes, Joël, good. So why does the author give so much statistics in this article? This is a standard answer.
In order to, wait, let me remember its name. Credibility.
Okay, in order to achieve credibility, it's in front of you. In order to achieve credibility, accuracy, authenticity, and objectivity. Okay, choose any 3 of those words. They basically all mean the same, but it's good to write 3 of them. Okay. If you don't give any statistics, you will not be credible. People will not believe you. Okay, I also talked about different figures of speech, mostly metaphors. What else? Any questions you have about the writer's tone?
No.
No? You know the adjectives you're supposed to use? Critical is a major adjective used, warning, alarming. Okay, when is the writer's tone objective, Ren? When is the writer's tone objective or scientific?
And what's your question?
No, I'm just asking generally. When you say that the writer's tone is objective or scientific, when is that?
We're trying to shed the light about how tobacco and cigarettes and smoking and so on is holding a risk on the population worldwide.
Okay, when the author is just giving pure statistics without putting any feelings or opinions, okay, 30% of smokers die of lung disease. Just pure objectivity, pure science, without putting any feelings into it. We say that the author's tone is objective and scientific. Where do we get the author's tone from? From his or her choice of words, okay? Depends on what the author used. In this one, he was very critical. Okay, he talked about, can you see paragraph 8 with me?
Yes.
Okay, any readers for paragraph 8?
Me.
Yes, yes, Joel.
Responsibility for the global tobacco epidemic lies mainly with a handful of multinational companies based in rich countries, he said. The modern tobacco industry profits from enslaving children and young people in poor countries into a lifelong addiction and ultimately taking their lives for profit, he said. The global response, including a 180 nation tobacco control treaty in kind in 2005, has focused mostly on users and not the supply, he added.
Okay, so what can you tell about the author's tone in paragraph 8? Is it just scientific and neutral?
No.
Okay, good. What is it then?
He's caring for the health of children.
Okay, so he is warning. Isn't he also criticizing the tobacco companies for enslaving those children and young people? Okay, so if I am to ask you about two adjectives to describe the author's tone here, you would say the author is both warning and critical, and you explain to me why he or she is warning and why they are critical, okay? Are you convinced with this answer? He is both warning and critical?
Yes.
Okay, okay. Now, what kind of audience might be interested in reading this text? Okay, let me see who joined, guys. Who'd like to answer? What kind of audience might be interested?
Smokers and people who do researches about how much smoking affects you.
Okay, smokers and people who are doing research about smoking. That's a very good answer. Okay.
Can we say doctors?
Of course, doctors, but you need to be specific. Doctors, why? In order to
be specific, we'll say heart and lungs doctors.
Yes, yes. And tell me why their interest, what their interest might be in reading such an article. Okay, moving on, the vocab words. I might ask you those some of those vocab words like aggressively or prematurely. When we say that if a person smokes, they will die prematurely. Ren, what do we mean by prematurely? Divide the word.
Slowly.
Okay, how about dividing the word and see how that...
Okay, pre and mature.
Exactly. Good, Lean. Pre means what?
Before.
Good. Before they are... Before it's...
Mature.
Yes, before they are old enough, they will die prematurely. If, let's say, a woman delivers a baby in the 7th month, her baby is premature.
Mature.
Yes, before its time. How about chronic? If I speak of a chronic disease, can you name a chronic disease for me?
Cancer.
Yes. Why do we say chronic? And what does the prefix chrono or chron mean? Chrono.
Isn't it because it affects the lungs?
Yes, but when I say chronic, it means it lasts a very long time, or maybe a lifetime. When you see chrono or chron in any word, it means time. Okay, chronic, a lot of time. Diabetes, is diabetes a chronic disease?
Yeah.
Yeah, because it lasts for a lifetime. It stays with you once a person has it, it never goes away. How about aggressively? Those tobacco companies, okay, are targeting people aggressively. What does aggressively mean?
Strongly.
Strongly, violently. Mm-hmm. The word reduction, what does it mean? Reduction in the number of smokers.
Decrease.
Decrease.
Yes,
exactly. And those were the answers for these. Pronoun reference, you guys don't have any issues with that. How about the worksheet? Did you get a chance to check it?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Tumors, it was called. I'm going to display it now. Can you see it, or do I have to? Okay, just give me a second. Tumors linked to sewage. Okay. Can you see the worksheet now? Can you see it?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So which species is this article talking about? Tumors in which animal is this talking about? Which amphibian? It's okay if you guys haven't gone through it, but please do that today. They're talking about how sewage water, we know what sewage water is. It's
Yes.
the runoff that comes out of houses and companies, you know, the waste material, and goes directly to the sea or ocean. It's full of toxins and
It
nitrogen.
affects sea animals like sea turtles.
Exactly. And in this case, it causes tumors. And then what's a tumor? Lean, what's a tumor?
Can I say it in Arabic?
Yes.
Waram.
Waram, yes. It's sometimes it's cancerous. It's a cancerous growth that could go to different parts of the body and is at many times fatal or deadly. So in those sea turtles, they are developing different tumors in different parts of their body and leading to their death because of this sewage. I asked very detailed, very different questions, okay? Especially the critical thinking one, significance of the title. Can anyone answer this question for me? What is the significance of the title in the text?
Miss?
Yes?
It's a condensed summary of the whole text.
Yes, Tala. Okay. Which is
the main idea of
about?
the text.
Mm-hmm.
Tumors of the sewage that's affecting the animals in the sea.
Tumor linked to sewage.
Yes, okay, so it's a condensed summary of the main idea of the text, which is how tumors, okay, how sewage is causing tumors in turtles. And that's it, full stop. You get a full grade for that. Now, what type of introduction did the author use when you take a thorough look at the worksheet? You can answer that. I will display the answer key today, okay, along with the video of the explanation. Please go through them before the quiz. It will be very helpful. Now, any other questions related to the lesson? Any term you found difficult? Any of you?
I don't have any questions.
Okay, great. How about
They're
the
very easy.
Good, good. Good. Nada, I haven't heard your voice. Linda, Lin Talib.
Miss, I spoke multiple times.
Lin Talib.
Linda.
Linda, you spoke.
Yeah,
I
she did. I heard.
Okay, I mistook you for Lin Ajami. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
So we're gonna do well on this quiz. I want everyone to participate, please. I'm sure most of you will get a full grade, okay? The concepts are not difficult.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Any concerns, just talk to me on the group and maybe we can all benefit from this. Anything else before we leave? You're welcome all.
Bye.
Galaxy A7 2018. We don't know, okay? It's probably one of the guys.
Yes.
Okay, then we'll see you soon, inshallah. Take care and bye.
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 Thank you, Miss. Bye.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Bye. Bye.